Hi, everyone. It's great to share these mincha moments with you. Actually, the circumstances are not ideal, far from it, but it's incredibly special to connect with you once again this afternoon. So I wanted to offer today's mincha moment, and I was thinking about what I wanted to share with you all. And I don't know about you, I am not a super expert on the culture of the stock exchange and how the regulatory measures of the financial industry. But I was so struck a couple days ago when I was listening to the news, and all of a sudden there was something called a circuit breaker. And the circuit breaker was sort of like putting the brakes on all trading. And so for just a moment, things were selling off so fast that somebody initiated the circuit breaker on the stock exchange floor, and everything paused for about 15 minutes for cooler heads to prevail before everyone could just sort of panicked and was selling everything off. And apparently this is some kind of measure that they instituted after the market crash in 1987. So I wanted to use that message. I feel like if they're pulling a circuit breaker on the stock exchange floor and doing so with some regularity, then surely we can figure out how to use our own internal regulatory circuit breaker inside of ourselves. And so one of the meditations that I love to use is very simply, be where you are. So I want to invite everyone who's listening right now, or if you watch this recorded later, to simply find a comfortable seat on the floor, on a chair, to close your eyes if you feel comfortable, or just to soften your gaze, and to begin to become aware once again of your breath moving through the body. The breath is so extraordinary because we both breathe with intention and we are breathed without any effort of our own. So I invite you really just to check in with yourself and to notice if there is some kind of concern or worry that you're feeling in particular at this moment, and to tell the truth about that fear, that concern, that disappointment, that worry. And perhaps even to be able to locate where that fear or concern or worry is held in your body. So some of us may feel it in our stomach, others a kind of tightness in the chest. You may feel the fear and the worry residing in your shoulders or in your jaw. And see if you can breathe into that place. So you may place your hand actually on that part of the body or not, but really intending to breathe and direct oxygen and good energy and bring some loving attention. And so in this moment, the goal is not to make it okay or even to make it go away, but to come into the truth of the moment, exactly where you are. Because where else could you be? So we sit and breathe and accept and offer some compassion and some loving attention to the truth, to the emet that is arising in our body, in our heart, in our mind. perhaps we feel an extra measure of comfort in knowing that there are thousands and maybe millions of people feeling these very things in this very moment. And that all of us are sitting in our houses, our places of work, perhaps outside the great house of the universe, feeling the truth of this moment and giving ourselves permission to be exactly where we are without fast forwarding into the future and without getting hung up on the past. And at Mincha, the first prayer is Ashrei. So it's this beautiful psalm with a litany of lines that invite us to notice the divine as it shows up in our lives, in the world. And the very first line, and it's done in an acrostic, so it starts with sort of an A, Aleph, B, Bet, all the way through the alphabet. And the first line is Ashrei yoshvei veitecha. Happy, content, equanimous are those who sit in your house. And I think that's something that we're all aspiring to cultivate in this moment of things changing constantly, of so much uncertainty, of the ground beneath us shifting at a rate and in ways that we just can't even possibly understand or even catch our breath moment to moment. But we're aspiring to have this quality inside that is content, that is steady, maybe even that is happy. Because in this moment, we're okay. We're okay. So I want to invite you to chant with me, or just to listen and breathe, to close your eyes, perhaps to imagine the many people who are Ashrei yoshvei veitecha, sitting in God's house, feeling so many of the same things. And to know that together, we can do hard things. And we can find joy, and we can find gratitude, and we can grow, and that we will do those things, but we'll do them together. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha od yalelucha od yalelucha Ashrei yoshvei veitecha od yalelucha od yalelucha Ashrei yoshvei veitecha od yalelucha od yalelucha. So friends, there are going to be many moments when things come at us that we could not foresee or can't control, where we throw up our hands and we have no idea what is happening or how to do something. But I want to say that it's also okay to sit and be right where you are. And that is no small thing. It's no small thing when life is moving along swimmingly, and it's really heroic in a moment like this. So have a good afternoon, everyone.